Yes, please.
Are we home or are we home?
We are home.
All right. I'm ready to score.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us here today on the KPHN. This is your Volusia Stingray A team versus the First Coast Fleet out of Jacksonville. And thanks for joining us here today. Been a little bit of a challenge trying to get certain things put together for this for this specific venue. Having some connectivity issues on that one, but I'm glad you're able to hang in there and join us here today. This is going to be the format we're going to be using going forward, and hope that you enjoy that. Please join in, subscribe to the channel, make some comments as we go through everything. I am going to do my best to make sure that you guys can see what's going on. However, if I move out of this spot here, I am not able to maintain a solid connection. So I do apologize for that. But don't worry, we are going to work on getting that taken care of moving forward. And I'm going to do my best with everybody's names today. So as the practice warm-up period has ended, let's go ahead and talk about your roster for your Volusia County Stingrays A team. Number 2, Griffin Chisholm. Number 4, Jacob Douglas. Number 16, Elias Johansson. Number 22, Jaden Ditsunen. Number 25, Lucas Wilkerson. Number 29, Jackson Smith. Number 34, Frank Noble. Number 36, Eric Johannesson. Number 37, Enzo McGovern. Number 39, Cole Halbrook. Number 59, Noah Phillips. Goalies today, number 1, Caden Hood. And number 26, Cole Petrosky. Thanks for joining us here live on the KPHN. Join us again next weekend where both our A and B teams will be playing here in Daytona on Saturday versus the Seminole County Warriors. And then on Sunday, we're heading up to Jacksonville for that rematch against the First Coast Fleet. At this time, we ask you to stand, remove your hats as we present the national anthem. Not sure who number 7 is out there. Hey, can you guys take a look? Number 7 with the blue pants out there talking to the official right now. What the name is on the back for me? Yes. Number 24, Chase Poole, being added to the roster for this game as well. That could be number 24. That could be number 4, Douglas.
It is number 4.
It is a number 4? Okay, so that is going to be Douglas on that.
The hair covers it.
No, that is fine. I could not see what the name of that player was. All right, out on the line. Let's see. Not exactly sure who is out there on the line, but like I said, I promise, guys, I will do my best as the Fleet take over fast and furious on this drive into Stingray zone, putting it in front of net. In net today, it looks like number 26, Cole Petrosky, as the Fleet with the puck, passing it to the top of the blue line, to the circle, back to the corner. Douglas with a hit up against the boards. Stingrays trying to move that puck out of the zone. Struggling hard on that one as shot is deflected to the side. It's wide of Petrosky. Rays get it over to the corner. Puck is deflected up and out of play by number 29, Jackson Smith. Faceoff is coming to the glove side of Petrosky. Poole with the puck, passing it over to the corner. Trying to get it up the way over to Noah Phillips, number 59. Phillips with it. Puck coming around to the top of the ice. And the Rays clear it out to center ice. Jumped into the corner here by, I'm not sure, number 25. That's going to be Wilkerson. Wilkerson getting it over to the way to McGovern. McGovern to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to get a shot off. Phillips with the follow-up, not able to get to it. Puck bounces out to center ice, and it's picked up by number... I don't know who that one is. I'm so sorry. McGovern with it, 37, passing it back the way, getting it over to the side to Poole. Poole tried to send it back over to McGovern. McGovern back to Poole in the corner. Phillips with it over to the near side corner. Passing it up the way to Wilkerson. Wilkerson not able to keep it in the zone as it comes up to the blue line. Again, Stingrays trying to keep it in to the Fleet's territory. Fleet pick it up at center ice. Fleet make their way into Stingrays territory. Stripped away by number 39. That's Halbrook. Centering pass gets deflected by number 2, Chisholm. Fleet with it, deep in Stingray's zone, taking it around the backside of Petrosky. From the top of the circle, they send it across to the bottom of the blue line. Shot over the head of Petrosky. Again, coming up to the board in front of the blue line, they send it back towards net again. They're going to chase it down in the corner, deep in Stingray zone. Chisholm trying to get in on that one, along with Wilkerson. Wilkerson fighting hard for that puck as the puck gets centered up in front of Petrosky. Deflected over to the side, and Halbrook trying to get it cleared. Fleet keeping it in at the blue line. Ditsunen fighting hard for that puck, taking it around the backside of Petrosky, getting it up against the boards, and it pops out to center ice. Fleet now settling that puck down, taking a drive in looking to get a shot off along the side. They turn it over there up against the boards as the Stingrays get it up and out into center ice. Fleet quick to take it back in their own zone. Fleet taking it around the backside of their own goaltender. Cross ice pass, strong pass by the Fleet, able to be knocked back in by number 36. That's going to be Johannesson. Fleet again with it, making a drive into Stingray zone. Looking to get a shot off. They take it around the backside of the net and put it in with 9:41 left to go in this first period. The Fleet take a 1-0 lead over the Stingrays. Face off at center. It is going to be Ditsunen taking the face off. Number 29, Smith. Because they maintain possession. They changed that rule. They maintain possession. Puck come to the top of the ice in Stingray zone. Stingrays able to poke that puck out to center ice as Ditsunen passes it across the way, gets it up front to number 4. That's going to be Douglas. A little bit of a scrum right there. I have a feeling they all know each other on that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm like legit. I'm pretty sure they know each other because none of the officials kicked anybody out for pushing them in the face. Ditsunen taking the face off, gets it to Smith. Smith tapping that puck over to the near side corner, going after it here along the side. Ditsunen able to pick it up, looking to drop it back over to Smith. Smith with it, playing it against the boards, getting it back up the side to Douglas and Chisholm. Douglas taking a hit up against the board. Chisholm trying to go for it. Sending it back around to the corner here. It's picked up along the boards, and Douglas again trying to hold on to it, but the Fleet with it, taking it away into Stingray zone, looking to get another shot off on Petrosky. Puck gets deflected up to the top of the blue line as the Stingrays able to clear it out to center ice. Fleet now taking it back quick and back into the Stingray zone, dumping it in deep with 8 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this first period. Ooh, a little tussle there at center ice, but the Stingrays take a shot, and it's a save. That was number 59, Noah Phillips, taking that shot with 8 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in this first period. Coming in on the face-off here now, it is number 25, Lucas Wilkerson. Number 37, Enzo McGovern taking the face-off, getting it back the way, shot through traffic, deflected to the side. Phillips with the puck along the near side, getting it up to the blue line. Poole there to defend. Poole looking to push him out to the side. Getting a stick in on that one as a shot gets deflected. Puck dancing that blue line, but the Fleet keep it in. Poole going to chase it down at the top of the ice. Wilkerson keeping it in. And the Stingrays able to get it cleared out to center. Fleet with it. Turning it back around, passing it through center and back into the Stingray zone. Noble looking to put the hit on around the backside of Petrosky in net. Puck comes up to the blue line. Fleet not able to hold on to it as it is a race to get to it first. It is coming all the way down here. As the Fleet clear it, but it's settled down by Halbrook. Halbrook passing it up the way to Chisholm. Ditsunen over to Halbrook again. I'm sorry, not Halbrook. Johannesson. Ditsunen putting the push on there and the shove there in the corner. Chisholm with it. holding that puck at center, passing it across the way over to Halbrook. Halbrook, number 39, passing it up the way as the Stingrays try to redirect it out of the zone. It bounces out to center ice where the Fleet pick it up yet again. Fleet with it. Fleet now getting organized, taking it through center ice. Stingrays not letting them get very far as it deflects all the way back in deep into Fleet's zone. Smith puts a great hit on here right behind the net as the Fleet make their move into Stingray zone, taking it around the backside of the net. They dump that pass back into the corner. Fleet again with it, tapping it to the top of the blue line. They get it up at the top of the boards. It gets passed back to the middle of the blue line, deflected up to the side, sending it back to the bottom of the blue line right outside of Stingray zone. It's going to be Chisholm picking it up around the backside of Petrosky. Puck is loose, and the Stingrays able to get it cleared out to center ice. Smith dumping it in over to the near side, over for Douglas to get to it. Douglas looking to jump around that puck, trying to get to it. McGovern trying to stop for it. Shot from the blue line, deflected, picked up by the Fleet. Fleet again with that puck around the backside of their own goaltender. Great poke check there by number, I want to say that was Johansson. Number 36. I'm not quite sure. I apologize on that one. Shot deflected. McGovern going after it. Puck comes back up to the blue line. Poole trying to push him out of the way. He does. McGovern going after it. They send it towards the front of the net. Someone gets a little bit tripped up. A whiff on the head to a shot as the Stingrays able to get it kicked out to center ice. And the Fleet pick it back up with 4 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in this first period. Poole again up against the boards, getting it over to number 34, Noble. Noble trying to swing it back around as it comes back up to center ice as the Stingrays make their way through center and back into the Fleet zone. Shot deflected in traffic. That is going to be number 25, Lucas Wilkerson, going with that shot. Oh. 39 and 22, that's going to be Halbrook and Ditsunen both scrumming for that puck in the corner. Number 25, Wilkerson getting in on it as well, as it looks like Ditsunen gets in there to try and get that puck out of there. They've got it stuck up against the board with 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to go here in this first period. Fleet come up with that puck. Shot deflected by Petrosky. Puck deflects all the way up to the blue line as a great play by the Stingrays, able to move that puck out of the zone, picked off by the Fleet just inside Stingrays territory. I'm sorry, Fleet territory. Fleet again with it, forced to come all the way back around the backside of their goaltender. Hit up on the board by number 36, Johannesson. It's picked up by McGovern. McGovern back to Johannesson. It deflects out to center as Chisholm tries to swing it back around and sending it back into the near side corner. Fleet with it. McGovern stepping up to get that puck up and out of there. As the Fleet get it. Fleet passing it across the way through center and all the way down. Poole racing in there to try and get in front of Petrosky. A shot deflected off of Petrosky. Again, the Fleet with it in the front of the net. Shot over the head of Petrosky. Puck gets deflected out and into center ice. Cross ice pass through center. Puts it back into the Stingray zone by the Fleet. With an amazing save by Petrosky with 2:22 left to go here in this first period. First Coast Fleet lead 1-0. In for the faceoff, looks like Ditsunen is going to be taking the draw. Ditsunen wins that faceoff, getting it back along the way over to Poole. Poole sending it to the top of the ice as the Stingrays clear it to center ice. Fleet pick it back up again. Ditsunen swooping in there to try and stop that pass. Great job by Douglas to keep it in. Fleet quick to move that puck out of their own zone, but Smith definitely giving them a run for their money, making them work to get it past that blue line. 39 Halbrook chasing it down as well as it gets deflected over into the near side corner, deep in Stingray zone. Ditsunen gets it back to Halbrook. Halbrook up the way to Smith. Smith going for it up against the boards, getting it into the Fleet zone. Smith takes a hit and a fall, and we've got a penalty coming up against the Fleet with a minute 24 left to go here in this first period. Stingrays going on a power play.
Did it come up?
I'm waiting to see if it pops up. There's a little bit of a delay. Oh, there it is. You can see that the Stingrays are on a power play from the little scoring app. I love it. All right. McGovern taking the face off, kicking it over the side, over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to move that puck along to the near side corner. It gets stopped in front of the blue line by the Stingrays as the Fleet looking to move it back in to center ice. Fleet passing it across the way causes Phillips to step up to try and take that puck away. Puck gets stopped along the boards. Stingrays trying to keep it into the zone as it gets kicked back into Fleet territory. Fleet tapping it in to center and dumping it in deep into Stingray zone. Stingrays now passing it through their own territory with 50 seconds left to go in the power play. Cross ice pass to center. Gets picked off by the Fleet again as Wilkerson tried to keep hold of that puck. It comes all the way down deep into the Fleet zone to the near side corner. Fleet with it again as they make their way out into center. Swarm in front of Petrosky with 20 seconds left to go. Stingrays looking to try and get.
Not a lot of work, but look good though.
Stingrays trying to get a shot off here, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen as we are coming to the end of that power play. Actually, no, we're not. We came to the end of the period before the power play ended. So we will have 6 seconds left to go in that power play for the Stingrays as we start period number 2.
Start yet?
Thanks for joining us here live on the KPHN, home of your Volusia County Stingrays. We've got 14 minutes on the clock here to get ready to start the second period. Stingrays trail the Fleet 1-0 right now. Our next game will be next Saturday, the 12th, here at the Daytona Ice Arena, where your Stingrays will be playing the Seminole Warriors. That game will begin here for your varsity A team at 6 p.m. Your varsity B team will start at 4:30, both of which feeds can be found here on the KPHN. Hopefully, I will be able to get a better vantage point next week as I'm still working on trying to figure out a better signal here inside of this rink. Through traffic, through center ice, dumping it in deep into the Fleet's zone. There we go. We're back on. Fleet with it. Fleet with it, trying to move it out of their own zone, but the Stingrays definitely putting the pressure on in the corner. That's going to be Johannesson going for it with Ditson and giving him a hand. Chisholm tried to stop it with the skate. He did. Shot wide. Halbrook in to try and stop him as they make their way in to get a shot off on Petrosky. Puck comes up again, number 36, Johannesson, able to get it cleared out to center, but we got a penalty coming up here now. That is going to be against the Fleet. 12:56 left to go here in this second period, and for the second time, the Stingrays going on a power play. Face-off coming to the glove side of Fleet goaltender. Ditsunen taking the face-off. No, I'm sorry. That's not Ditsunen. That's Smith taking the face-off. Fleet with it in the corner in their own zone, taking it around the backside of their own goaltender. Looking to clear it out of the way, and they do. It comes all the way down deep into Stingrays territory, picked up by the Fleet. Fleet taking around the backside of Petrosky as McGovern puts the hit up along the board. Smith looking to turn that puck around to get it out. Facing a lot of pressure there in the corner. McGovern steps up to try and give him a hand. Shot saved by Petrosky. With 12:23 left to go here in this second period. 58 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. Faceoff is going to be coming to the club side of Petrosky with Smith taking the faceoff. He's got Noble to his right, Douglas to the left, McGovern and Phillips out there as well. Shot saved by Petrosky. I don't think that Cole saw that puck coming through traffic, but he was able to drop and cover with 12:18 left to go here in this second period. 53 seconds left to go in the power play. Smith with a face-off win is able to move that puck up and out to center ice. It's picked off again quickly by the Fleet. McGovern swoops in to try and stop it, but not going to happen as Noble pushes him around to the backside of Petrosky. McGovern tries to give him a hand. Petrosky bats that puck around to the backside of the net as Noble clears it up along the side. Phillips tries to step up with it. Noble able to clear it now into center ice. 25 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. I don't know that they've gotten but one shot off on this power play. Fleet, strong passing through center ice, brings him right back into the Stingray zone. Phillips trying to put the hit on in the corner at the blue line. Puck comes loose, and it gets back into the stick of the Fleet. But the shot gets deflected. We're back at full strength as Douglas tries to move that puck out of there. Smith tries to give him a hand. McGovern is in there as well as Smith puts him up against the boards. Shot deflected off of the inside of Petrosky's skate. Puts the Fleet up 2-0 with 11:13 left to go here in this game. We've got 11:13 left to go in the period, but the official was hollering at someone to go into the box. Yep. One of the Fleet players heads to the penalty box. So another power play for the Stingrays with Chisholm now passing it up the ice over to Halbrook. Halbrook tried to pass it out, but it gets deflected up and out of play. 11:06 left to go in the second period. Stingrays trailing by 2. Face-off coming to the glove side of Petrosky. Ditsunen taking the face-off with Chisholm. Wilkerson out there as well. Chisholm going for it. Oh, man. Wilkerson losing his edge there on that. As they take a shot, they shovel it backwards towards Petrosky. It's wide. Johannesson going for it, shoveling it up and out of the zone, getting it up to Wilkerson again. Fleet taking it away at center ice. Fleet tapping that puck all the way back into the Stingray zone, picked up by Ditsunen. Ditsunen with it, dropping that puck back along the way, tried to get it over to Johannesson, didn't happen. So Ditsunen picks it back up and looks to take it coast to coast, which he does all the way down into the Fleet zone, going to wrap it around the backside of the goaltender down there, and it gets deflected into the corner. Fleet now with it again, skating it through center ice, picked off by number 36, Johannesson. Fleet backing it back up, taking it back up into their own zone to reset, and they quickly able to move it back into Stingray zone with a very fast shot and a great save by Petrosky with 9:55 left to go here in this second period. 12 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. Poole McGovern, Douglas, and Smith out there on the ice. We're back at even strength now as the Fleet dancing back and forth around the backside of their own goaltender. It comes over to the near side corner. Fleet looking to try and get it cleared. It's picked up by McGovern. McGovern swings it along the boards over to Douglas. Douglas back to Poole. Poole fires through traffic. It gets deflected out of the way. Again, puck is loose. Poole looking to try and stop it again. McGovern gets his stick in there to get that puck out of there. Ooh. McGovern taps it back to center ice. McGovern with it, sending it, trying to get it over to Douglas. It's picked up by Smith. Smith trying to move it into the zone. Takes a shot. It's wide. It gets deflected off the glass to the top of the boards. Comes all the way to the near side corner. Fleet able to clear it. It's picked up by Poole at center. Poole passing it up the way over to McGovern. McGovern batting it down, tapping it up the way over to Smith. Smith's cross ice pass over to Douglas. Douglas dumping it into the top corner deep in the Fleet zone. Fleet with it around the backside of the net. Coming around to the near side corner now. They double it back with the Fleet in possession. Quick pass through to center, and it's picked up by the Fleet. Poole looking to chase it down. He does. He knocks it into the corner and clears it out to the blue line where Douglas is able to get a chance to get a breakaway shot. He slows it down and turns that puck over. Tap to the near side circle. Gets deflected out to center ice by the stick of Wilkerson. Wilkerson chasing it down into the Fleet zone. Shovels it towards the goaltender. Goaltender bats it away. Wilkerson a little slow to get back up, but they do. And here they go. One-on-one shot deflected by Petrosky. Fleet won an opportunity to reset that again. Ditsunen taps it up the way to Phillips. Phillips trying to keep possession of it as he makes his way into the Fleet zone. Fleet take it away. Picked up at the blue line by Halbrook. Halbrook taps it back over to Chisholm. Chisholm over to Phillips. Phillips tried to lob it in deep, but the Fleet tap it back to center ice. Halbrook looking to try and stop him. They send it around the backside of Petrosky. Chisholm's going to get to it first. Passing it up the way to Phillips. So we're going to have icing now with 7:16 left to go here in this second period. We're going to come all the way back. See, my all the way back, so I'm much more dramatic when I'm actually at center ice. That's okay. Like I said, we'll figure it out. Pat. Off the face-off, puck goes all the way down deep into the Fleet's zone. Fleet have it around the backside of their own goaltender as they move it back out to center ice. Stingrays looking to try and keep it at center. Fleet making their way towards Petrosky again. It comes over to the near side corner. Oh, we got a hooking call coming up now against the Fleet.
I'm back on the tower.
Face-off coming to looks like it's going to be at the top of the blue line, just outside of the Fleet zone. It's offsetting penalties on this one. Pat, clear it. It's offsetting. Yeah, we've got offsetting penalties on the ice right now, so we're going to keep it at a 5-on-5 with McGovern taking the face off, tapping it back the way over to Noble. Noble not able to hold on to it as Poole tries to poke that puck up and out of the way. It comes up to the blue line. Fleet with it. Fleet trying to move that puck out of there. Shot on goal, saved by Petrowski. Noble trying to get in there as well with 6:21 left to go here in this second period. We're on offsetting penalties right now. McGovern in at the face-off. Poole and Noble in on the back end on defense with Halbrook and Ditsunen out there as well as McGovern takes the face-off. That draw won by the Fleet, but it is going to be Phillips keeping it in. Poole stopping it at the blue line, tapping it up the way back over to Noble. Noble to Poole. Poole passing it up out to the blue line. Picked up by the Fleet. Puck gets deflected off of a shot by Petrowski as McGovern plays it up against the boards. Back over to Phillips. Phillips lobbing it up to McGovern. McGovern fighting his way through two Fleet players there to try and get around and deep into their zone. 35 seconds left to go on the offsetting penalties as it is stopped by number 25, Wilkerson. Wilkerson able to keep it in. Poole reaching out to try and stop it. Taps it across the way over to Noble. Noble tapping it up the way to Wilkerson. Wilkerson sends it back to Noble. Noble sending it back to center to McGovern. Picked off by the Fleet at center ice. It actually deflects off the skate of one of their players during a line change. So it is going to be considered offsides with 5:17 left to go here in this second period. 10 seconds left to go in the offsetting penalties. Smith on the faceoff, trying to get it over to Douglas. As Wilkerson steps up to try and give him a hand. The Fleet making their way through center ice now. Again, back through traffic. Gets deflected out of the way by Halbrook. Halbrook, great defensive play. Halbrook and Smith both trying to fight that puck in the corner. Puck gets deflected off of the back of the boards as Chisholm gets in on it. Chisholm takes a hell of a hit, gets right back up. Shot on goal deflected by Petrowski. Again, Chisholm putting the hit on in the corner. Puck deflects up to the blue line. Fleet have it, sending it back into the near side corner. Chisholm sending it around to the top of the ice up to Douglas. Douglas trying to hold on to it. Fleet take it back in again. It's going to be offsides on the Fleet with 4:18 left to go here in this second period. Sorry, guys. I'm really trying to work on being steady on this thing. All right. Notes to self. I need a Wi-Fi booster and something to hold this thing so it's not so shaky for you guys. Sorry about that. In for the face-off, it is going to be Ditsunen with Phillips on the right. Poole and Noble on the back end on defense. Johannesson in on the ice as well. Offsetting penalties have been cleared as the Fleet make their way through center ice. Looking to get around Poole. Poole to get the puck. Taking it around the backside of Petrowski. Banking it off the boards to Noble. Noble trying to get it up the way over to Johannesson. Puck deflects out to center, so the Fleet have to regroup. Fleet with it at center ice. Gets it over to the side to Noble. Noble with it through center, tapping it up the way to Ditsunen. Ditsunen not able to hold on to it as the puck comes back into the Fleet zone. Noble tried to get it to Poole. Poole not able to make a strong connection to get it up and out of there. Turns it around to Ditsunen. Ditsunen shot deflected by Poole and Petrowski as it comes back around and up and out all the way down deep into the Fleet zone with 3:12 left to go in this second period. Fleet with the 2-0 lead over the Stingrays. We're going to come all the way back.
Oh. think it happened out here. Retribution? Okay, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
McGovern in to take the face off. Chisholm to the right. Douglas. Oh, we got a stoppage of play. Too many on the ice. Halbrook out there as well. McGovern taking the face off. Fleet with that win. Puck deflects out to center ice as they look to get everybody back on sides. They make another drive into the Stingray zone. Chisholm able to send it back out to center over to Douglas. Douglas with the cross ice pass all the way up the way to Smith. Fleet taking it away through center and now into Stingray zone with a great shot. Great save by Petrosky. Follow-up shot again got denied as the puck comes back out. Again, shot deflected. That one I just literally hit the stick and dropped as the Stingrays able to send it in deep into the Fleet zone. It's a drop and save by Fleet goaltender with 2:30 left to go here in this second period. 2-0 in favor of the Fleet. Faceoff is coming to the stick side of Fleet goaltender. Ditsunen's going to take the faceoff. Phillips to the right. Wilkerson to the left. Poole and Noble in on defense. Poole with a shot. Oh, man. And it's deflected wide. Yes. Shot on goal deflected to the side by Petrosky. That's the list. You're welcome. Fleet passing it to the top of the ice. Shot wide of Petrosky. It's so hard when they don't have the names on the back of their jerseys. I can't tell who's who yet. Phillips able to get it cleared out to center. As Wilkerson. Ooh, Wilkerson losing the edge, taking a spill. Shot and a goal by the Fleet with 1:44 left to go here in this second period. 3-0.
You knew where he was putting that.
Debbie, did you? Thank you.
No,
You're good. You got it.
not yet. I want to. I want to see all this stuff.
All right.
That'll be another.
Face-off coming to center. It is going to be McGovern taking the face-off. Still looking for one more player coming out there for the Stingrays. Chisholm stepping it up, passing it across the way, trying to get it over to the side to Halbrook. Halbrook having to come all the way back behind Petrosky. 17. I see who that was now. All right, number 17, that is going to be Ziegert, who stepped up on this one to come in and play. I did not see that Ziegert was on the roster. Well, I saw him standing out there, but I didn't realize Ziegert got pulled up to play on this one. So, centering pass, great clear out of the way by Halbrook. Halbrook able to move it back all the way to center ice. Fleet pick it up in their own zone with 1 minute left to go in this second period. Fleet moving it through center.
No.
Ziegert taking a hit, and he's down. Slow to get back up, but Fleet with a penalty. All right, another power play coming up for the Stingrays. Power play. The Stingrays. All right, less than a minute to go here and 1:30 on the power play for the Stingrays here as we come back out here to stick side of Fleet goaltender. Eric Johannesson being ejected from the game, or he's leaving the bench for some reason or another with his gear. And another player possibly left. I just saw another player from the Fleet go into. All right, so one player from each side left the ice. Yeah, I didn't see what happened on that one, so all I know is that there were two players, one from each side, that were asked to leave the ice. So it's going to be Smith, Chisholm, Douglas, and Ditsunen. Smith is going to be taking the face off. Halbrook on the backside with Chisholm on defense. Chisholm with it. Sends it into the top corner of the ice. Ditsunen going forward around the backside of Fleet goaltender. Pass from the top of the circle, trying to get it out of the zone. They do. Fleet pick it up, but Ditsunen quick to pull it back in. Ditsunen not able to hold on to it as the Fleet clear it out to center ice. Chisholm picks it back up. Fleet again clearing it to center ice. 20 seconds left to go in this period. Halbrook making a drive. Shot deflected. Cleared all the way down deep into Stingray zone. Picked up by Petrosky. Petrosky looking to hold on to it to kill the clock. Sending it along the near side corner. It's going to be Douglas with it, and that is the end of the second period. 3-0 right now, score on the board in favor of the Fleet. 42 seconds left to go on the power play, which is what we will start that third period at. Don't forget to join us here next weekend in Daytona at 6 p.m. for your Volusia A Stingrays versus the Seminole Warriors. And at 4:30, the Volusia B team Stingrays will have their game against the Warriors at 4:30. Then Sunday, we'll be heading back up to Jacksonville to have a rematch against this team. So that game will be on Sunday. All right. All right, here we go. 14 minutes on the clock to finish up this game here. 3-0 in favor of the First Coast Fleet. 14 shots on goal by the Fleet versus Stingrays 9. As we start off with 42 seconds left to go on the power play for the Stingrays. Here we go. Douglas with the puck. Sending it into the near side corner. Up to the top of the ice. Goes over to Phillips. Phillips trying to put the hit on in the corner. The puck comes around the backside of Fleet goaltender. Ditsunen. I'm sorry. That wasn't Ditsunen. That was Smith, I think, keeping it in. 13 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. As the Fleet putting the pressure on down deep into the Stingray zone. Halbrook sends it all the way around over to Phillips. Petrosky able to get that puck cleared, and we are back at full strength as the Stingrays look to move it through center ice. McGovern working for that one. Fleet with it. Pass to the top of the ice by the Fleet. Sending it now through center ice. Deep into the Stingray zone. They look to get They dropped that puck off in front of Petrosky, and the Stingrays tried to get it cleared out of the way. Fleet with it. Puck bounced out to center. Fleet pick it up at the red line. Drop pass back by the Fleet. Quick shot through center. Picked up in the far corner by Smith. And we're going to have icing on the Fleet. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not icing. Oh, yeah, it was icing. That means we're coming all the way back. 12:25 left to go in this game. Gets in and taking the face off. Kick that puck over to the side, over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson tried to hold it in, as it is going to be Noble trying to pass it across the ice. Up the way to Ziegert. Ziegert hit from behind as the Fleet going forward in the corner. Noble scrumming for that puck. Centering pass, wide to Petrosky. Cleared up to the blue line. Fleet keeping it in the zone. Stingrays pop it out to center. Fleet with it in their own territory. Drop that puck back. It is Wilkerson that's going after it. Quick passing through center puts it back into the Stingray zone. Kitsunen going forward in the corner. Fleet turning it around, but it is going to be the Stingrays. Passing it through center ice up to the top circle. Fleet turning it around, back through center. Stingrays caught up in a line change as the Fleet make their way through. Picked off by McGovern. Through center ice, drop that pass back to Douglas. Douglas fires. It's deflected. Saved by Fleet goaltender with 11:03 left to go in the game. Face off coming to the stick side of Fleet goaltender. McGovern taking the face off. Phillips to his left. Douglas to the right. Chisholm and Halbrook in on defense. Shot just over the head of Fleet goaltender. Fleet quick to move that puck up and out into Stingray zone. Takes a quick shot, deflected to the top of the glass by Petrosky. Scrum for the puck in front of the blue line. It's going to be Phillips with it, with a cross ice pass, dumping it in deep into the Fleet zone. Douglas tried to get to it, but overskated it. McGovern losing his stick on that one. Means the Fleet with the opportunity to pick that puck up and get another shot off on Petrosky with a save at 10:20 left to go in this game. Stingrays trail 3-0. Poole and Noble in again on defense. Ditsunen, Smith, and Wilkerson out there on the line. Trying to get to that puck. It is going to be the Fleet first. Poole gets it around the backside of Petrosky, try to play it up against the boards. Ditsunen going after it. Shot deflected by Petrosky, but the net comes off the post. And they call a stoppage of play with 10:07 left to go in this game.
I gotta read back. I gotta go home and close this shit up.
Ditsunen pushing his way through on that face-off. Comes up to Wilkerson. Puck deflects out to center ice. Turnover by the Fleet. Gets picked up by Jackson Smith. Smith shoots! Oh, great deflection by the goaltender. But the Stingrays were not able to get the rebound on that one. Here we go. It is a fight for the puck at center ice. As, oh man, Ditsunen worked hard to try and get that puck over to the side. Swinging it around. It is going to be a penalty coming up here now. Tripping. Number 34, Frank Noble heading to the box. So that puts the First Coast Fleet on a power play for the next minute 30. We got 9:27 left to go in the game. McGovern in to take the face-off on this penalty kill. Chisholm out there along with, I can't see who else that's out there. Puck comes all the way down deep into the Fleet territory. Ditsunen going for it. Fleet maintaining possession, able to pass it out quickly. Halbrook tried to deflect that puck out of the way, but the Fleet keep it into Stingray zone as they send that puck right in front of Petrosky. It's a save with 9 minutes left to go in the game. A minute 3 left to go in the penalty kill for the Stingrays. Face-off coming to the glove side of Petrosky. No change in the line for the Stingrays. Stingrays with the face-off win. Puck comes all the way down deep into the Fleet zone. Fleet goaltender plays it back out as the Fleet make their way through center ice. Shot on goal, saved by Petrosky with 8:43 left to go in the game. Fresh legs on the ice for the Fleet. No change on the line for the Stingrays. Chisholm, Ditsunen, Halbrook. Puck comes to the blue line. Fleet passes it from one circle to the other. Shot on goal deflected by Petrosky. Chisholm trying to get that puck cleared as Ditsunen is able to play it across the boards. Ditsunen fighting hard for that puck. We got a penalty coming up here now against the Fleet. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for the next 21 seconds. Out on the ice for this 4-on-4, it looks like it is going to be Smith, Halbrook, Douglas, and Phillips. The faceoff is going to be coming here to the glove side of Fleet goaltender. Smith is going to take the faceoff. Face-off win by Smith. Gets it back with an attempted shot from in front of the blue line. Douglas scrumming for that puck around the backside of the net. Fleet come up with it, getting it through center ice, making their way into Stingray zone. Halbrook trying to push him out to the side. Shot on goal. Saved by Petrosky. Deflected over to the side to Phillips. Phillips trying to pass it up and out of the zone. It gets passed up there, but it is going to be finally moved up and back into Fleet territory by Noah Phillips. Noah Phillips shot on goal. That puck literally bounced over number 74's stick and into the glove of the Fleet goaltender. He was expecting a shot, not a lob into the glove there. All right. Stingrays on a power play now for the next 50 seconds. As Smith gets in on that. Douglas and Noble chasing that puck down. Shot on goal off the post. You heard that one from even inside. As the puck comes back out to center ice. Smith with it. Takes a shot. Save. Smith looking for a rebound and another save by Stingrays Fleet goaltender. 7:15 left to go in the game. 27 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. Don't forget to join us again next Saturday here at Daytona, 6 p.m. for the puck drop for your Volusia Stingray A team as they take on the Seminole Warriors. Puck is moved quickly out of the Fleet zone and through center ice as the Fleet look to get another shot off. Puck comes loose and deflects back into center ice where Douglas tried to make a pass across the way over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson not able to reach out in time to get to that. And we are back at even strength here now as we've got a player from the Fleet slow to get up. Turn away for just a moment. 6:38 left to go in the game. The player from First Coast able to skate off under their own power, which is something we absolutely want to see. We hate that the hit happened, but definitely glad that they're able to go off on their own. All right, face-off coming down here now to the glove side of Petrosky. Halbrook taking the face-off. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not taking the face-off. Halbrook's out there on the line. Fleet with it from in front of the blue line. Shot through traffic. Deflected by Petrosky. Puck comes up to the top of the boards again. Another shot, another deflection by Petrosky. Chisholm's going to send it around the backside of the net. It's picked off by the Fleet. Scrum for the puck. Gets sent to the top of the boards. Fleet deflected off of the glass. Getting that rebound, looking to make their way around the backside of Petrosky again. Banking it off the boards. Passing it back to the top of the circle. Shot through traffic, deflected up and out of play with 6 minutes left to go in this game. We are back at even strength here now. 21 shots on goal by the First Coast Fleet versus 13 for your Stingrays. Stingrays are going to have the opportunity for a rematch here next Sunday. So make sure you join us live here on the KPHN YouTube channel, or by all means, come visit us in Jacksonville. Quick turnaround by the Fleet, able to move that puck out of the zone back to center. Calming it down, getting everybody in position, passing it to the top of the blue line just inside of their zone. Flinging it up quickly through center ice and down deep into the Stingrays territory. 5:25 left to go in the game. Fleet with it, centering it up. Stingrays looking to try and kick that puck out of there. Didn't happen as it gets sent all the way to the top corner deep in Stingray zone. Centering pass in front of Petrosky. Gets bounced around as he covers with 5:07 left to go in this game. Noble out on the ice. Smith, McGovern, and Douglas. And I think Ziegert is out there as well. Off of the face-off, Fleet still in control of it. It's picked off by Douglas. Douglas dumping it in deep into the Fleet zone. It comes all the way to the top of the ice. Picked up by McGovern. McGovern sending it back around the backside of the net. Again, Fleet turn it around quickly on him. Noble gets his stick in there to try and get that puck moved. Tapped up to the blue line, picked up by Smith. Smith tried to send it in deep, but it gets cleared all the way down deep into the Stingray zone. Poole gets to it first, sending it back over to Smith. Smith with it through center. Gets it across the blue line into the Fleet zone. Shot on goal, deflected. Puck bouncing down. Douglas trying to go for it. Montgomery getting his stick on it as the puck pops loose, and the Fleet able to clear it out to center ice to the red line. Halbrook trying to stop it as McGovern shovels it over to the side to Chisholm. Less than 4 minutes to go in this game. Stingrays trail 3-0. Looking to put one on the board here in this drive. They send it towards the net. It's batted down. Centering pass, not able to make that connection with Wilkerson. Again, Wilkerson looking to turn it around, setting it up. Wilkerson had 2, maybe 3 tries to try and get that puck in the back of the net. Just could not make that connection. But guess who just did? The Fleet did. So with 3:34 left to go in the game, they put one more up on the board. Current score 4-0 in favor of the First Coast Fleet. Back here at center ice for the faceoff. Again, 3:34 left to go in this game. In at center to take the faceoff is going to be Ditsunen. Smith trying to kick that puck through the zone. I'm sorry, Phillips kicked that puck through the zone back over to Ditsunen. Ditsunen wrapping around, not quite able to get the angle he wanted on that as the Fleet send it back up the boards. Again, shot through traffic, deflected from, that was Frank Noble trying to take that shot. Poole chasing it down all the way into the corner, pushing him out around to the backside of the net. Turning it back around, it is Noble putting him into the corner. Shot from the corner, or shot from the circle, and it deflects over the head of Petrosky. Puck cleared out to center ice. Dumped in deep into the Fleet zone. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go. Ziegert putting him into the boards, and we're going to have a tripping penalty called. Tripping penalty called against the Fleet. That puts the Stingrays on another power play. 1:30 on that power play. Fresh legs on the ice for the Stingrays. Can they put one on the board here during this one? We will see. McGovern coming out there on the ice. Douglas coming out. Chisholm and Halbrook in on defense. And Wilkerson as well. Stingrays moving that puck through center ice, picked up by the Fleet. Fleet tried to get it cleared. It got caught up in the skates of the official on the ice there. Douglas trying to stop it, sending it back along the way over to Halbrook. Halbrook taking it coast to coast. No, I'm sorry. That's not Halbrook. Yeah, it is Halbrook. I was right. Shot on goal. Save by Fleet goaltender. 2:02 left to go in the game. 51 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. McGovern out there still along with Wilkerson, Chisholm, and Halbrook. Wilkerson and McGovern both working to push that puck into that net. However, it is going to be another great save by Fleet goaltender with 1:54 left to go in the game. 43 seconds left to go in the power play for the Stingrays. McGovern taking the face-off. Stoppage of play. The official is calling for a hold. And here we go. Fleet with the face-off win. Wilkerson definitely putting the pressure on there in that corner as McGovern trying to fight for that puck in the corner. It is picked up by the Fleet and moved quickly out of the zone and through center ice. All the way picked up by Halbrook, deflected back into Stingray zone. Stingrays trying to get it back into the Fleet's territory, but the Fleet pick it back up in front of their own goaltender, taking it around to the near side corner, doubling backs to the top of the boards. Douglas around the backside again. 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1, and that puts us back at even strength here now as Halbrook chases it down deep into the Stingray zone, passing it up the way to Ziegert. Ziegert not able to hold on to it. Fleet pick it up. Shot on goal in front of Petrosky. They put it in the back of the net with less than a minute to go. Fleet go up 5-0 over the Stingrays. All right, so here we go. Back to center ice. Back at center ice, it is going to be the Fleet moving their way through center. Ditsunen trying to go after that puck, passing it over the way to Phillips. Phillips trying to get to it. It gets lobbed up high and into the air behind the backside of Fleet goaltender. Ditsunen going for it, Smith putting the hit on in the corner as the Fleet make their way out of the zone, trying to get past Poole. Poole pushing them out of the way. Shot on goal, deflected and moved out of the way by Poole over to the side to Noble. 25 seconds left to go in this game as the Stingrays going to get an opportunity to put one up on the board. Let's see if they can do it. Shot on goal, save. That was Ditsunen with a heck of a shot, but another amazing save by Fleet goaltender as the Fleet, with less than 10 seconds left, take it back into the Stingray zone. And that is going to be the end of this game here, my friends, as the Stingrays fall to the First Coast Fleet 5-0. Don't worry, we'll get an opportunity for a rematch next Sunday, the 13th. We'll be back up in Jacksonville for that one. But in the meantime, join us on Saturday, the 12th, where your varsity A team will have a game at 6 p.m. versus the Seminole County Warriors, and your varsity B team will have their game start at 4:30. Both games can be found here live on the KPHN. Final score 5-0 in favor of the First Coast Fleet. Thanks for joining us here live. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast despite the outcome. And as always, let's go Stingrays.